What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms, and today we're here on the main account to drop our summons for the event. We've got quite a few saved back. We also got some ancient summons. I'll probably just pull like 20 of those out, leave the 7 so I'm not like doing a bunch of single draws. Could get lucky, probably won't. But we do have like 320-ish summons we could do. We'll probably just do 300 because that's a nice round number and that just sounds nice to me. Big goal in this event for me is actually not Twyla. I know that sounds crazy because it's the Twyla event, but I mainly want Hex. I'm kind of short on like Legendary Marksman, and he's a really strong Legendary Marksman, puts out lots of damage, also has chances to like stun and stuff, which is also pretty nice. So he's like our main goal actually this time. Twyla would be like the secondary nice thing to get because she does boost him. They do have a bond skill together, which is kind of nice. Her bond skill for him does make him easier to put out, a little lower cost if she's on the field. Not a bad deal, but also if he gets attacked, she gives him like a big survivability boost, a 40% of his attack shield. It's pretty good. I would say that can help him not get murked, but very strong damage unit, really good marksman. Also, he's fairly cheap to put down, and that's always nice. So he's the big guy we're going for. She's the secondary one we're going for, and the third guy we're going for here is Deimos. Absolute freak beast of an epic. Still running my guild boss teams. He does like 20-something million damage right now, completely unawakened. So if we can get some copies of him and awaken him up, oh boy. I'm scared to see the damage he'll put out. But that's our big goal. So we're going to start out probably just 20 ancient summons because I've got them. See if we get something good. If we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. Do I have any divines? I got 8 divines as well. I guess we can blow those because why not? But let's go ahead, drop 20 here, and then see what we get, and then we'll jump into the regular summons, and we'll probably finish off with like the divine ones because those are really nice. So let's see what we get. Usually I get like just, oh, hey, we got an actual Lord hero that I don't have. That's nice. Most of the time I just get like blues out of this, so it's never like super exciting, but hey, I don't have this guy. That's new. I do think I might actually have a Lord hero for this already. I want to say it's like a snake lady or something. Good Lord, we got 2 of them. I don't think I have a Northerner Lord, so that's nice. What a freaking set of pulls, bro. That's cool. I didn't even know you could. Do they have like a deal? Like in the normal summons, like it'll change color. Is there a way to know you're getting something good out of 10 bombs here? I don't know. But I've never used her. I don't really know about her that much. Lord hero though, so that's nice. Yeah, the only Lord hero I have is that little blue chick who absolutely stinks. So this will be nice. I've got someone I can throw in. Tank. Seems like that's pretty nice. Ooh, block increase. That's always nice. And reduction in damage for not only her, but all allies in the range. Interesting. Interesting. So that's someone we might have to end up building just for funsies and having a decent Lord. There we go. Not a bad first 10 bomb. Let's do that again. Is this going to change color or something? I think it always just looks the same. It's just going to be a shocker to us. Old George. Navras. Well, I guess... well, he's not in, like, the summon up on this, is he? This is just, like, I guess, a lucky pull. I already have an A5 Navras, so I guess he will just get the old Bootski into the epic awakening materials. But I do have a George. What a weird name. Is it Jorge or George? Or George? Could be George. We'll call him George. So we got another of him. There we go. First couple summons out of the way. No epic or legendaries. Not too surprised there. But now we jump into the meat and the potatoes of the summoning. We got 19,000 Jimages now. Not for long. Let's jump in, start dropping some Tinskis here. If we get anybody interesting, we'll talk about them. If we don't, we won't. This will be pretty much just a throwaway pull. Top legend or top rarity is going to be blues. You can see that by the color of the cube. Drop another tin bomb here. I'm not sure how close I am, if I'm close at all, to a pity timer pool. If I had to guess, if grabbing that like legendary of like the guaranteed like 250 pulls for Kagiri counts as like your pity timer reset, then I'm at 0. So we should be guaranteed at least 1 legendary hero in this. But ideally we would get more than that. Alright, so we got a purple. That's good. Maybe. We'll see if it's a good purple. But at least we got one. So Mari, I do actually have Mari. I don't use her too much, but I don't think I have her awakened. Pretty solid unit all around. Does a lot of good things for you. Everyone gets 1 copy to start the game pretty much, but she has a guaranteed slow and also builds her ult up pretty fast. But the main thing I like her for is the vulnerability. When that's maxed out, it just increases the damage that you deal by 20%, which is pretty freaking sweet. And being able to freeze everybody with her ultimate is just handy. Solid hero all around. Give her a good 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Vortex, super happy to grab more copies of him. Probably one of the best epic healers there is in terms of like raw healing. Because the overheal with the shields, whew, mwah, super duper nice. Not a bad 10 pull. I'll take it. Double epics, never a bad thing. Looks like we got some more epics on the way though. Hopefully we'll see, I don't know, like a werewolfish looking dude. No, but we did get another Vortex, and I'm okay with that. I'm not sure. I might have mine at like Awaken 1, but I would like to go ahead and just get him A5 if possible, right? It's never a bad thing. I use him in like, I don't know, any kind of serious content where I need to not die, I bring Vortex. So this would be a throwaway pull. It happens. Oh, wow, that was a really bad pull. Only 2 of the old rare skis in there, so that's like a 60 diamond refund. Not great. Of course, everything you pull here has uses, like even if it's just even if it's just the old green heroes, you do use those for star up food all the time, so I mean, I will use them, just nothing great. Another Navras copy. He seems to be a pretty common pull. I think I pulled like 3 or 4 on my mini account the other day, and we've already gotten 2 today. Although he's already Awakened 5, so he'll just be purple materials, which isn't bad. Being able to just miss some epics and grab some of that awakening material, it's actually kind of handy, because you can go into your Awaken shop, and sometimes there's really good soul stones for some of your epic heroes that you don't, have. There we go, baby! You don't have Awakens for, and you can buy one out that way, but there we go. That's who I'm looking for. Big Daddy Deimos. At least he's one of the ones I'm looking for. He's pretty solid. I think when his yeah, he increases damage to like the same target and it stacks, so for guild bosses, obviously this is crazy good. Honestly, any kind of boss is nice, but the fact that he also deals some damage equal to his max HP means you can build him to be a little bit tankier for a fighter, and he's still pretty solid. But the main thing I really want on his awakening, obviously the first awakening is pretty nice. In his ult, he heals himself, which is really good. Anytime you can heal yourself, super nice. That's going to boost his damage more, but the big one is the 5th one. Once he reaches his max stacks, he ignores 15% defense. That's huge for like Guild Boss 2 and even some of the higher like Guild Boss 1 bosses. They have pretty high defense, so that's pretty solid. Hopefully we can get him to A5 sooner rather than later. But that's 1 copy down. Looks like some more rares here. Nothing too crazy. Not going to get super hyped, although it's pulling rares like crazy. Oh, well, it was. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to get 10 rares in a go? No, we're not. But there are some more diamonds. I don't think I even sold off my diamonds from sold off my rare heroes from last time, so I probably have, I don't know, a couple thousand diamonds just chilling in heroes, which, I mean, it's never a bad thing to have a little backlog of those. There we go, we got ourselves an epic. Again, maybe more than 1 epic, but at least 1 epic. And it's going to be Lightlock. He seems to be pretty common as well. I've pulled out quite a bit of him. Maybe it's because he's fusible that they're like, we'll just throw those copies out there. I don't think I've awakened mine. I might have once. Pretty solid little healer though. Since he's fusible, if you don't get like lucky and pull a hollow or a vortex, he'll probably be one of your first epic healers you can run. The downside to him is he's mostly about stacking heals on a single target, so if you need like someone to heal your whole team, I would say he's not the greatest healer for that, but he does have a nice little buff when he heals the same person. It boosts his attack, which means he heals even harder, so you can keep like 1 unit alive like indefinitely, but also he does do a little bit of damage based on his attack to surrounding enemies when he heals with his ultimate, which is incredibly fast to come back. Like, it pops up all the freaking time. So if you do have him awakened where that does more damage and in a larger area, and he's healing just 1 person, he can actually put out some damage. So for like Gear Raid 1, he does have utility there. Not really my go-to healer, but I'll take him. You know, it's never a bad deal to get an epic. Because sometimes you don't get epics, you get rares. But yeah, no matter what we pull, everything's useful. Not going to be like too upset about anything. Like even pulls like this, I'm looking at a hot 120 diamonds and a couple of foods, you know? So, all right. Here we go. This should be our, what would we have, 120? We got 120 summoning crystals, so this, I guess, is our 100th and 20th summon. There we freaking go, baby. Oh my freaking god, double Deimos pulls. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's nice. You see 2 of them in 1 go. That makes me a happy bro. That rhymed. Wasn't supposed to, but it did. That's just lucky. I'm glad to see that. That's big. We can definitely get this guy awakened up at least to A3 now. And I've got purple soul stone, so I can go ahead and take him to 5 if I have to. But now we're going to jump into the old Diamondes portion of our summons. And hopefully they will reward me with great things. So far, no legendaries, but I can't be upset because the epics we've pulled are pretty nice. We may very well... Good lord. 3 epics and 1 10-piece? I mean, okay. But... looks like we're probably going to the pity timer on our legendary. It happens pretty normally. Another light lock. Tazira, not a bad marksman for epics. I would say she's kind of lower tier. She does have like a really fast attacking ult, and I think there's a couple of bosses where like Immortal Codex or something that like you have to attack them a lot to like break their shields and whatnot. So she has some use there. It doesn't last very long though. My apologies. Coughing. But I don't know. I would put her at a pretty low tier marksman. She's not one I would invest heavily in. Another Navras, that's like, I don't know, 4 or 5, 4, 3. I don't know. Numbers are hard. Let's drop another 10 piece though. Keep things rolling out here. Also, the rewards from this, what is it? The spiritual altar or whatever? Like your little, how many heroes you summon out kind of thing. Also pretty good loot there. I think there's like 5-star psychic powers on offer there. So for like, you know, a newer medium player where you're still taking things to 6-star pretty regularly, that's nice to grab. I mean, that summon wasn't super nice to grab, but it's better than nothing. But more epics, that's good. We're, what, 150 deep now? So we're pretty close to snagging out a legend. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Cyrene, I don't know. Obviously, I guess I have one on the account because it's not new. I've never built her. I've seen people use her in the arena to get your, like, your cost coming back pretty quick to, like, throw your team out fast so you can kind of nuke enemy teams down. Seems like a pretty viable strat, actually. I'm not going to worry too much about building her because the arena is not like my forefront focus. I'm just trying to build dudes up and, you know, deal damage and stuff. Maybe later I'll get more into the arena side of things. Looks like I got another Perpski coming out here. What's it going to be? Another Cyrene. Well, would you look at that? I guess we can awaken her up probably at least 2 times because that's 2 copies. What's her awakens do? Crit rate to all allies. Not bad. One of her skills. What is this? This is the slowing one? Yeah. Damage in an AoE. Sometimes doesn't pop a deal. Attack speed reduction. Okay, not bad. Again, like, not high on my build list, but we got copies, so if we do want to build her, we can build her with some awakenings and throat in there as well. So another throwaway pull, nothing too crazy there. Drop another 10 piece. We've got another like 100 and something summons still to go. But so far some pretty solid pulls. We've gotten 3 Deimos and that makes me happy. This is another blue pull, nothing too crazy there. We've got to be getting really close to that legendary timer. But it's not this one. Maybe in the next 10 pull it will be, but we did get an epic, so at least 1 epic. Another Vortex. Good lord, we're pulling the crap out of this, bro. Not upset about that at all. We're probably going to get him pretty close to A5. And that's nice. So here we go, another 10 piece. Gotta be getting close to that legendary. Is it now? It is not now, but it is still epics, and epics are good. Another Cyrene and another George. Look at all the freaking epics, bro. Another Yorge, so I mean, I can build old Yorge if I want to. This guy, I'm gonna put this guy in like F tier. Like maybe if you really are hard up for Esoterrus with the faction trial, build one. He just seems like dookie. Like I'll be honest, like an absolute dookie of a hero. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but I'm gonna put him in dookie tier. Needril copy though, I do have Idril on this account. I have not built her yet, but she is pretty useful, especially on the mini, so I may take her up here as well, just for a nice marksman that can attack the whole map. Getting awakens for that, never a bad thing. Looks like we got a free A3 Cyrene out of this, so not bad. Here's our next 10 pull. We gotta be on it, right? It's gotta be, okay, it is. We gotta be getting close to that pity timer. Come on, game, throw me a Hex. Oh, it's not Hex, but it is Ares. And Ares is, I think he's the hero I'm thinking about. He's pretty friggin' solid. So it's not a Hex, it's not a Twyla, it is an Ares. Let's take a little sneak peek at bro here. Yes. So this is the guy that constantly puts defense reduction on people, and that's pretty sick. For a lot of your guild bosses, Guild Boss 2, being able to reduce defense is insanely nice, but even in a lot of the higher tier content, where the enemy power levels scale up really high, being able to bring defense down your enemies, especially enemies that have high physical defense, it's going to actually make your fighters that do physical damage able to contribute to your team, because a lot of the times they just don't do crap. They're hitting like no damage because their physical defense is crazy high, so you got to have magic attack to hurt them. This guy's going to help with that. Pretty happy, and it's apparently on every single attack, plus he's got a 2 attack range, which is freaking great, and his ultimate gives him a 30% vulnerability to physical damage. All around, this guy seems like he's going to be fantastic for boosting damage against high defense enemies. That's, I guess, defense breaker kind of makes sense. Man, bro looks sick as well. What else has he got going on for him? Interesting. Oh, whoa. So he has a chance to deal a freakish amount of damage. Oh. Wait, what? Am I dumb? Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. Yes, so he does double damage to people with physical vulnerability. That's pretty nuts. As long as he's applied it, I guess, himself. Pretty cool. That's not bad. What else has he got here? Deployed. Okay, so it's like a deploying thing. When you drop him down, he attacks 5 enemies, dealing a pretty good amount of damage and stunning them. That's pretty interesting. And he also puts a physical, so he can like instantly just nuke the balls out of somebody, it looks like. 360% damage when you drop him if math is right. Math is wrong. Math is really wrong. 440% damage as soon as you drop him to 5 enemies. Pretty freaking solid. Pretty happy to pull that guy out of there. We have a lot of fighters, but we don't have a defense reduction fighter, and now we do. So let's go ahead and keep moving on here with our summons. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull a second legendary hero. That would be really nice. If not, I guess that's kind of the way things go. Unless you're pulling 400 summons, you're not guaranteed that. Well, we got ourselves a new hero here. Lily. I do know a little bit about her. We got another new person, Scorch. I got him on my mini as well. Haven't built one, but he does look kind of cool. I kind of like that. He's a fire-breathing dragon, bro, so I might build him just on the fact that he's cool. But he's a fighter with AoE damage. Never a bad thing to have AoE damage on anybody, because it's useful in a lot of situations. But Lily here is a healer. The big thing with her is her Thorny Protection. So Thorny Protection is when somebody dies, they don't actually die. She stops them from dying, and then she gives them a shield, which is great, keeps them alive. But she also makes them stronger. So the nice thing about damage increase is it does actually stack with inspiration. So if you have an inspiration effect going on, damage increase does stack with that. So you can boost their attack and then boost their damage on top of it. Very nice. It could take someone from actually being killed by someone, then they kill that person because their damage goes way up and they're actually okay. Pretty solid. Probably some cheese strats with her as well, I would assume, where she can keep somebody from dying that normally would guaranteed one shot like in later content, but we're not there yet. Either way, having a copy is nice. Let's keep going though. Another 10 pull coming in. I would love to see another legendary, but that's just me being greedy. That's just the greed inside of me coming out a little bit. Oh, another Deimos. Greed is a bad thing, but it feels good when you're getting Deimos copies. So this guy, I think that's A4, just off rip, no soul stones needed. That's nice. Oh, I can't wait to see his damage against the bosses when I fully awaken him. It's gonna be crazy. Probably goes up like 0. I lose damage. There's no way. But yeah, that'll be pretty exciting. I'll probably end up making a video dedicated to old Deimos because he is a freak beast. And since a lot of people are going to pull him out of the event, you need to know how to build him, which is, I don't know, attack speed, normal stuff. But another blue pull, nothing too crazy there. I wonder how many rares we've pulled. Like, it's got to have been a lot, you know? I'd assume, like, what, like 40% of my pulls have been blue, because that's just the statistical likelihood of pulling a blue. But, come on, game. There we got some purples. Purples are good, never upset with a purple pull. A Dolores. Hey, Dolores isn't a bad pull either. I'd like to get her awakened up. Probably, if you don't know about Dolores, what have you been doing? But her big thing here is the not this. It's not the attack-based healing, I promise you that. It is the inspiration effect she applies to your team. She has the highest inspiration effect in the game, based on raw percentages. I think, like a properly built Constance, even with 45% inspiration, will have a higher base attack, so it'll be probably better. But for an epic hero, really solid because her first awaken gives her an extra 20% inspiration boost, brings it up to a 60% inspiration, so she gives 60% of her attack to everybody in range. That's massive for like guild boss damage and stuff, or if you need to nuke somebody down really quick, popping her, it can go crazy. So glad to grab another copy of those. I think I've got her awakened once, so the more awakens, the better. It's never a bad thing to awaken your heroes more. It just makes them stronger. In a lot of cases, like for Dolores, getting like HP, I think is one of hers, just makes her a little tankier, not as easy to kill, because that is a problem with her. She do be dying sometimes. So let's go ahead, drop another 10 piece here. We got a purple. That's good. Maybe our divine summonings will come through for us. I haven't used a whole lot, since I've played, but since they're guaranteed to be perps, like maybe we'll get lucky and snag a hex out of that. I don't know. Another Navros copy, so we've got a lot of awakening material coming out of this dude. Muriel, I don't really use her much anymore because I have Constance, who is I would assume I know is just a better healer and a better tank. So I don't really use Muriel anymore here. But if you don't have like a tank that can heal, she's like the only one for the epics that can, and she's pretty easy to get. So not a bad one, not great, but you know, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Here we go. Looks like some more blues. Unfortunate, but is what it is. We'll take them. We'll take them. We'll turn them into diamonds later. We'll turn their green friends into 5-star foods to make my dudes better. Drop another 10 piece here. I'd love to see. There's a purple. There's a purple. So I'd love to see one more legendary pull before the end. But that's just being greedy. It's like a 1% chance to pull. Wait, no, it's like a 0.5% chance to pull a legendary. So, Mari, though, I think that would be Awaken 3 for her. Pretty happy to get some more Awakens of her. Not a bad thing. I do use her from time to time still, because her slow is really nice, and, you know, that's nice. Magic vulnerability, physical vulnerability, never bad things to boost your damage. Looks like we got another Perpski coming out. Happy to see it. But who's it going to be? Is it going to be our A5 Deimos? No, it's going to be Estrid. Also not bad. So being that we just pulled Ares as a legendary fighter who does defense reduction, you could say that removes a little bit of Estrid's use, but I would say having two fighters that can both reduce defense, because that's her passive, I believe. Her defense reduction is actually, I think, higher than his. It goes up to 30%. I think his might have been just 20%. His is guaranteed to land. Hers is like a 1 in 3 chance when fully upgraded, but it is a 30% defense reduction, which is pretty nice. But also when you awaken her the first time, which we can now do, her basic attack range extends by 1. So she's actually going to have the same attack range as Ares. For an epic, I would say pretty freaking solid. Never a bad thing to grab out this one. Happy with that. Buff Mommy returns. Let's drop one more. I think this will put us at 300 if I'm wrong. I might have actually overpulled here. That might be 310. Oopsie doopsie, it's already happened. And I'm so glad we freaking did, because there's my A5 Mother Lovin' Deimos. There we go, 310 pulls, worth doing. So this guy's going straight to A5. That's going to be awesome. And now that we're done there, I understand. I don't even know how many heroes are in here. A lot. There's a lot. Oh my freaking lord. I've got hundreds of heroes in here. But yeah, it's nice to have these dudes just kind of stashed back up in here, because I can pull them all out, sell them off for diamonds, and I'm going to be pretty good going towards the next event already. Super happy to have what I've pulled out of this, but we're going to drop just because we have them. We could do it like in the ×2 legendary chance drop rate, which, what is that? Oh, that's actually not bad. 12% chance at a legend? That would almost, I mean, like statistically we should pull a legend if we did that. And it could be a freaking Lord legend, although that chance is low as balls. Or we could go in here with half the chance to pull a legend, only 6% chance. But a more likely Hex or Twyla if we do. I mean, the responsible thing to do would probably be to just do it in the double times, but we're not responsible. We're going for a Hex. That was our big daddy goal for the day, next to Deimos, and we didn't get one. I mean, these will always be purple. Gluttony, got him, haven't built him. He scales with, I think, his HP for damage, so kind of interesting. Look at that nipple. Unbelievable. Get that out of here. Let's go ahead and summon again here. I guess we can wait them all out. I guess by the time it gives you a chance to skip it, you're already going to see what you get anyway. Another Medan. Cannot be upset there. Fantastic healer. Always happy to have more copies of those. Think I've gotten... I don't know what mine is. I'm not even going to lie to you and sit there and pretend like I know what awakened she is. She might not even be awakened at all. But we got one now, so that's good. Who else? We got Harpoon. It seems like a lot of people talk crap on old Poony of the Har. Big fish, little crossbow. But he does seem like, if you awaken him, to be a pretty solid unit. He does do more damage to people with low health. not bad. He has an auto skill, which attacks like one person with a decent amount of damage. Also not bad. He can kind of regen his, that's just attack speed. If he kills somebody with his arrow bombardment, which comes back pretty quickly, he attacks faster. It's great. But the main thing is, when he's shielded, he ignores defense. Doesn't sound like a big deal till you awaken him 5 times, and every time he crits, he gets a shield. So once he's awakened 5 times, I actually feel like this guy might be a little bit underrated. Obviously, on the journey to Awaken 5, he'd be kind of dookie hole, unless you're running him in a team that has like a Northerner Lord, so he's getting shields pretty constantly. But yeah, pretty solid looking. Once he's awakened 5 times, I don't know how many copies I have of him. Could be getting close to that area. I might end up building him just to kind of give him the old testes. Testes. I'm not doing that. I'll give him an old test. We go to see how he kind of does. Another Yorge. I'll keep getting. I got, what, 3 Yorges today? Bro could be A5 before he knows it. Will he be? Probably not, but I don't know. He could have some uses. Another epic. They're always epics. I'd like to see a legendary come out of here, but again, I'm just being a greedy turd. Brunor, I've got one. Never built him. Has a pretty big attack range for an epic, especially once you, wrong. When you look at his ult hits a very large radius, but even when he's promoted, I believe he gets a very wide and very long attack range. Useful in some areas. The downside to him is he's not a piercer lord, which might be broken if he was, because bro would attack like the entire map pretty much. But there we go. I'll take him. Probably not going to build him yet. Maybe if I can get enough copies to take him to A5, I'll build him. But for nowsies, he's just kind of the way he is. Another Cyrene. Gotten quite a few of these. I might just have to build her based on how many copies I've pulled of her. We only got 2 of these suckers left. One of them is bound to hold a legendary in it, right? That just makes sense. But it doesn't make sense. Theowen, he's not a terrible hero, but kind of a bummer to pull with a divine summon because you confuse this bro. So that stings a little bit, but is what it is. Here we go. Last one. Is the last one going to be a glorious pull? It's going to be an epic pull. That's what it's going to be, and it's a Dolores. Well, I'll take that. That's not bad. I'll get her awakened up a little bit, but there we go. Pretty much every summon, we could drop one more 10 piece just because we've got it. And because we've got it and we can do it, it would be irresponsible to not do it. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop that 10 piece. We have enough to do it. We've already gone over 300 summons anyway. No legendary hero, but we did at least get an epic. If that had been like nothing but freaking blues, I'd have been crying a little bit inside. But I am very happy I decided to drop that 10 piece. Maul, probably like the best epic marksman, in my opinion. He's pretty good. He does have a high cost, but his AoE damage is really, really nice, and his ult is freakish. It does a buttload of damage, and once you awaken him, which we can now do, it also freezes people, which is freaking nice, because it holds him in place so he can just keep hammering on them. Really, really solid dude. And now that we can get him, cost -5, bro. Nice. Might have, very good one. And also another Medan. Already talked about her. AoE heal on the basic attack. 3 allies getting healed at a time. Really, really nice. Her ult cleanses your team. Really, really nice. But yeah, really, really solid. Glad I pulled that 10 piece. That was a really good last 10 pull. But there we go. We've gotten a freaking buttload of heroes. And by a buttload, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. I don't care about that either. Good lord, game. Give me less crap to click. But, yeah. We've got a ton of freaking heroes stacked up in here. Look at all those epics. We've got a full first page of legend and epics. And then, oh, God. So many of those. But, yeah. We've got some awakening food here. We've got this guy going to a... Did I get my... I think I got my last copy. I have 2 here and... Boop. Boop. I said boop. I said boop. Okay, we got this guy unawakened. Where's my copies of little bro? Scroll down until you see a werewolf. Did I pass him? Did I pass him? I didn't. So we've got, yes, perfect. We have enough for A5. That's awesome. Can't wait to get that done. Got a bunch of Yorges. So Yorges got some stuff. We got Cyrenes out the wazoo. Got a couple Mari copies. So we've definitely got some stuff that we can upgrade and make some stuff on. So that's good. I think with that said, though, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.